Good afternoon, it's Sarah Otis here. I wanted to come online and do a reading for you guys this afternoon. And I've got many different elements that are going to come into play that help support the message. I got some quotes and different things. I know this is kind of last minute and I didn't give a lot of people very much notice. But if anyone comes on live and joins me and wants to get a free one card reading, just say yes in the comments and I will do that for you. It'll be my pleasure. So even, Spirit's even telling me that since I didn't give much notice, I kind of just last minute decided to pop online, that anyone who watches this message in the future and would like a one card reading for free, just comment yes. And as I get those notifications, I will put in the comments your message. And depending on if it's something it's just, okay to share, I'll put it in the comments. But if I will share a message from the book, and then I'll share what's coming through on Spirit. And if what's coming through Spirit is something you maybe wouldn't want shared publicly, I will send you a private message. So just wanted to put that out there. And so to jump in today's reading, the cards I'm using today are the Gateway Oracle cards by Denise Linn. So now is no better time than ever to step into your light, into your power, to your strength, your courage, than ever before. As we're coming through this 9-year cycle we're completing that will end on the 31st of this month. Right now we are going through those final levels and layers of shedding those limiting thoughts and paradigms, the things that we are allowing to stop us literally in our tracks, thinking that we aren't worthy or deserving of these things. Because in our minds we think, oh, we just keep having the same pattern or the same situation or challenge coming up. The reason it's coming up is the previous times that it occurred, you didn't get it fully, meaning everything in our life happens for a profound purpose. Everything. It is to help us learn and to grow. Two things, learn and grow. And if it's repeating, you didn't learn, or you learned to a point, but you didn't grow from it. Because you can only grow if you learn. And so until you grasp the full lesson that these situations, these challenges were bringing forth to you, you'll just find a new way to create it again. The same people may come back or the same situation, but normally it's a whole new situation, meaning a whole new group of people or one person or a job or something. But they will continue to come till you do the inner work. The inner work to learn from these challenges and these obstacles so that you can grow and flourish and prosper. So right now, the first two cards of this is what I'm speaking of, is the challenge cards right now. The first one is taking action. It says, so the message is, I enthusiastically embrace life's boundless possibilities. And the other one, two came out, is coming into power. I step into my power boldly and confidently. So I'm going to show these to you. So often when it's time, you get those inner nudgings, like you want to put yourself out there, but oh, no. Okay, let's do it. No. It's this back and forth. Gosh, if we were vacuuming, we'd keep our house clean, going through this action of being willing to put ourselves out there. But no, fear. I can't. It's saying it is okay. Fears happen. But are we going to choose to allow those fears to paralyze us completely? Because even if it's a temporary or a partial paralysis, we're still moving forward. And sometimes that simple little step forward is all you need at the moment. That's all you can handle. That's all your soul, your spirit, your nervous system can handle. But it allows you to learn from this new perspective. From back here was complete fear. I can't step forward. You step forward just a little bit. Here's your dream or your aspiration or where you want to be. Well, you're closer. And the more you conquer those fears to the point where you integrate with what it is you're wanting. So it's telling us right now, take action. Come into your power. It can be scary. I know. I'm still learning. And it's okay. But do it with what feels most comfortable to you. Some people, it literally takes leaping off a cliff. That's me. I have to leap. Because sometimes I'll just keep edging up closer. So here's the edge of the cliff. I keep edging. Oh, no. If I don't just leap and fly, then I will stay where I am. And some people, that's fine. And that's what they will do their entire lives. They will stay where they are for fear of change. Because the thing is, sometimes what you want is literally within the next breath. But we won't allow ourselves to have it because we're so scared. The one thing they want you to know, don't judge yourself. Don't beat yourself up. If you are stuck in that paradigm of you can't move past those fears, but take one baby step towards conquering those fears and overcoming them. Because each new baby step you take will end up being an adolescent step, an adult step, to a point where you're taking a leap and be like, wow, life is grand over here. Whoa, it's mucky back here. And why did I wait so long to take that leap? But it's not right or wrong. Don't judge. It is what it is where you are at this time with the knowledge you have. So there's no better time than now. Right now, if you can't take that full leap, as we move through these final days of 2016, it is letting go, shedding all these things that we have been learning and growing from either our entire lifetime or these last 9 years. 2016 was the last, we call them like those rattles, to shake you silly, meaning shake the stuff out of you that was holding you back. And sometimes those things that shakes out are scary, very scary. You may have people come into your life that are scary. You may have experiences and situations you get yourself into that are like, this isn't me. But what you need to realize is you create everything that's in our lives. And I know some people don't like to hear that, but we do. Either consciously or unconsciously, we create everything that happens in our lives. And later on, I will talk about some of the things that I've created that sometimes I'm like, well, what was I thinking? But I have a strong voice that comes through that helps be that catalyst for change. So many times I have to experience these things so that I can bestow the wisdom upon others. And that's part of what it's wanting you guys to do, is once you take action and start to come into your power, you'll realize the wisdom that you have within you that others need to hear. They're waiting to hear from you. So that goes into the next card. These are the support cards. It's revealing radiance. My light illuminates the world. And when you start to step into your power and your radiance and your light, people will see you in a whole new vision and new light. They'll be like, wow. Some people may have never noticed you before. You may have walked past that same person day in, day out, and they never saw you. But today, they noticed you. They may comment, wow, you've got a beautiful shirt on today. You look great today, or have a wonderful day. That may be all that they can literally meet you with. But each day will just keep building on till so many people will notice you and begin to ask you random questions that will allow you to share your wisdom And you may be thinking, wow, why did I just share all that with that person? They're a complete stranger. I don't know them. Spirit brought you two together. So either you could be the teacher to this person, or they could be the teacher to you. Or it could be both. You could have both been bouncing off wisdom. And when we stand in our radiance and we let it be seen and it shine, people start to see you. And that is when you can be that. Wow, it's amazing. And the next one is accepting what is. I accept and embrace my inner majesty. And sometimes during this, many times, like especially this year, I've gone through this before in my 20s when I was really sick. But this year, 2016, a little bit of 2015, well, no, a good portion of 2015 and most of all of 2016, I was going through what's called the dark night of the soul, meaning our shadow aspects of ourselves come up to the surface to where they can't be hidden anymore. And you may be like, no, pushing them down. No. It is who you are, and it's this accepting what is. It's part of us. And the more we try to hide it and put up masks to disguise it, the more we're diminishing our light. And our soul's crying out like, why? This is who you are. Embrace it. Integrate it. And when you do, things will make sense about why maybe you're being drawn to teach something, or you're drawn to take a job or go to a new country or do something different. It may not make sense right now, but part of who you are may be a component that comes into play so that you can start to radiate, share your power, share your light, and accepting what it is that is you, the good and the bad. What you need to do is not judge, because we're carrying forth from so many other lifetimes into this one. And in each lifetime we have either shared or gained. And now this is accumulation of, could be thousands of lifetimes in this one. But now it's time for you to share that and accept the things that you did, the good and the bad, and integrate them into who you are. And that is one of love. And it goes into all of this. So some guidance it shares for you, there's 2 cards that came out, was trusting your intuition, and it's my life is truly guided, and igniting courage. I am strong, valiant, and courageous. So here's the 2 cards. Many times when you're trying to accept what is, take your action, and come into your power, you will have those moments of those butterflies in your stomach, or you feel really sick, or you feel like, yes, let's do this. Those are your intuition speaking to you. And you need to trust them. Because when you don't, then you get new obstacles, new challenges, and new things that are trying to help you learn and grow. And I can be the first one to attest to this. During my dark night of the soul, while I was gone doing my volunteer work, when I didn't trust my intuition, when I didn't listen, boy, did it bring me challenges and obstacles that did not need to be happening if I had just listened to myself. And I beat myself up at the time, but now I choose not to, because many times we can't trust it till we go through some challenges to show us where we weren't trusting our intuition. And that helps you grow and propel forward. And when you can start to fully trust what's coming through, it ignites that courage for you to find your voice and allow it to be heard, to speak those truths. And there's times when you want to share more. You're ready to share it, but is the audience ready to hear? And that's a lot of what I face, and having to trust my gut to tell me when is the right and appropriate time to share certain things. And that's a little challenge I've been going through, especially the past few weeks, with what was coming up within me and me having to accept what it is and the things that, I had created in my past. So it's allowing me to find the courage within myself to just accept it's okay. And when it's time, my gut will tell me, it's time, Sarah. It's time to share. And the same will be for you. So you just need to start to go within. And sometimes it takes some people in meditation, others like myself, we can just think it, do it, it's there. But start to listen and trust the voice that you're hearing. Where is it coming from? Is it your soul speaking? Is your gut speaking? Is it higher beings? Is it angels? Is it God? Whoever it is you call from. You can even ask and wait and listen. But it's all about trusting yourself. Because most of our lives, everybody else has been projecting things about us. And we start to trust, well, he said that, or she said that, or they this. We start trusting everybody out here instead of trusting good old you. And when that happens, then we become a fragmented version of ourselves. And how can you be in your power and revealing your radiance if you're a fragmented version of you? So some other messages that came through as some guidance for you guys is from The Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron, and the card is Peace. And her messages are always quite intensive, so I'm going to read what's in the book. So a general meaning of this card is freedom from attachment, radical acceptance. It doesn't get any better than this. A quiet mind, a heart fulfilled, freedom from want, and the soul's satisfaction. The way to peace is through radical acceptance. Everything in your world is exactly as it should be. Harmony is beautiful. Enjoy it. So part of what Spirit wants to share on that is, it goes back to this accepting what is. Because no matter where you are in your life, whether you're in a successful point where you're bringing in abundance of money, you have a great job, you have a family, you have a home, you have everything seems great, and you're like, what more can I have or need? There's always something more that you're supposed to be doing. Or you may be in a point where you are in lack. You can't pay the bills, you don't have food, you don't have clothes, you don't have shelter. When you can accept where it is you are and be grateful for the things that you do have, and that welcomes in more. And that's so often where so many of us get stuck. We focus more on what we don't have rather than the things that we do have that surround us. Meaning the material, tangible things to the people, and the places and situations. Because anything that is meant for us will never be withheld from us. So often we don't realize it's right here. Like it could be right here where these cards are. But if I'm not grateful for the things that I already have, I will never see the beauty and blessings in this. I'll be like, what's that? And then be like, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that. So it's starting to quiet that inner dialogue that we all get caught up in and start to find the peace. And it goes back to trusting your intuition. And can't think how I want to put that out there, so hopefully it'll come back to me. Here was kind of a quote. I was listening to a person's conversation this afternoon by, I'm not sure if I'll say his name right, Akasha Shananda, or Shananda, I think that's it. So I've taken bits and pieces of this conversation he was having to share this, and it goes perfectly with what message the collective today to be shared. He says, you must be grateful for all experiences in life, as you've created them for yourself to learn and grow from and to share your wisdom. If you cannot be grateful for your creations, good or bad, then you'll just keep repeating new experiences, good or bad, until you realize, utilize, and have gratitude for them. When you do, then others can benefit as well from your wisdom. So that goes into so many of the cards that came out today. And the biggest thing, so many people are out there waiting for you to fully trust yourself, to trust your power, trust your intuition so that you can start to radiate and shine. And because we all have a profound abundance of wisdom in us. And there is that audience that's waiting to hear it, because that's what they need to help them move forward and grow and release. Sometimes it's going to take one simple word or phrase for you to share. And someone will be like, now it makes sense, or oh, it's so nice to hear that someone else has gone through this. It's not just me. I'm not alone. And that's the biggest thing. If we feel alone, then the world seems huge. It's crushing us down. When you don't realize, there's how many million of us on this planet, and to think that you're the only one experiencing something. Wow. That may happen, but for the most part, someone else, somewhere else in the world is mirroring the same action. It may not be the exact same trauma situation or whatever, but they have the same lesson and the same mirroring. And the thing is, when you share, say I'm sharing wisdom with you, and you're looking at me, I am acting as your mirror. I am mirroring to you. If something catches your attention, be like, wait, what did she just say? Let me repeat that. Your soul's like, wait a minute. It's thinking, she just shared something you need to hear that's going to be your catalyst for change, for you to propel yourself forward. And that's the thing. Many times, people can't handle me. They tell me I'm too intense. They tell me I need to dim down, or I need to chill out. Or back in the day in India we'd say shanti. Shanti, it means calm, chill. And a lot of times I would take offense to that, because I thought, daggone it, I am not going to dim myself down so you can feel comfortable around me. And a lot of times I would be offended and I would take it personally. And that's my mistake, because I reacted rather than responding. And those are two totally different things. When you react, most of the time you hold it personally and think someone was directing at you, when that may not be it. They were just projecting their own stuff, and you should have come from a place of response. And sometimes response is silence, saying nothing. And I just went blank. So I was hoping some people would have joined us online, because I was wanting to do some free one-card readings. So, like I said, some people love their hearts, don't want others to know they're tapping into learning more about themselves. And that's no judgment whatsoever. That's just where they are. I've been there. There's times I didn't want people to know I was seeking help, maybe from doctors, counselors, spirit, God, whomever. But sometimes if we keep hiding that, we're hiding aspects of ourselves. And it's time for us to surrender the judgments we're placing upon ourselves of what is someone going to think, or what will someone say, what might they do if they learn what's going on. Well, sorry, don't mean to say foul language, but don't give a shit anymore. That's where we're at. Doesn't mean become more of like a narcissistic type personality, like, I don't give a shit what anybody thinks, you know? It's all about me, I'm great. That's not where I'm getting at. What I mean is, when people say things to you, be like that mirror that reflects out. So when someone says it, just bounces back at them. And don't own it. Because when you own it, then you're integrating it. And then it's harder to get it out of your being. Finally, you might do it. But sometimes it takes a lot of inner work. But know that if you did integrate it, there's something to learn there and to help you to grow. So life is a journey. It's a big, big mirror. And it's your choice of whether you want to acknowledge and accept and love what's mirroring to you, or you do want to hate it, judge it, and run from it. There's no right or wrong, good or bad. That's your choice. So hopefully something today in the message came through that was your aha. Like, time, let's do this. Because the new year, 2017, I mean, it's going to be here in what do we have, like 20 some more days left? I can't remember. It's a 1 year, so it's all about new beginnings. And you're going to be needing to seek some people out for help. I'm here for you if you need it. There's others out there I seek for my own guidance and help. So ask. If you're too embarrassed to ask publicly on my page, private message me and I will help you. If it's something that's going to take a little more time and interaction, then I'll suggest you schedule a session, like a coaching session with me. Or if you're wanting readings, or you want to come and receive some energy work. There's so much support here. I'm here, open with loving arms. You can't see all my arms. I'm here waiting on you guys. When you're ready to reveal your radiance and step into your power and accept what is, call upon me. So, if there's nothing else they're wanting to share today. Oh, the other thing they wanted me, it goes in with these cards. And a strong message for many of us right now, myself included. With everything that's coming up, through a lot of our intensive inner work, going within, we get in a state of victimhood. And many times we're in that state, you are like, why is it everybody's like staying arm length distance? Nope, nope, don't get near her. You're like, I need somebody, but they can't get near you. Everybody's at arm's length. What you don't realize is energetically you've created this big barrier around yourself to protect. And you may physically feel it, but most likely those who aren't sensitive like myself won't. And you won't realize, why is everybody ignoring me? Why won't anyone help me? Why won't anyone acknowledge me? Am I invisible? Does no one see anything? Do they not see me? But that is the state of being that happens when energetically we get into that state of being a victim. And it pulls our energy in so tight around our body and our aura too, that unless there's a little crack, there's nobody that's going to get in. I mean, we are in this cocoon like nobody's going to, I'm not going to budge. I'm not going to be hurt again. And what they want you to know is don't judge that if you're in a state of being caught up in your story, your traumas, and you're in victimhood. Because those are happening for a reason. And when we can get past that place of self-judgment and anger at oneself, or, gosh, why am I here again? And start to fully see the vision that's being literally painted in front of you, either through interactions with other things you come across online, books you read, something you see on the TV, something you hear someone in a crowd say. Those are little messages from Spirit. And normally that's what it takes for us to hear it and get it when we're in that state, because we're so closed off. And it's normally during that time that you really need to just go within and ask, what is it that I need to be shown or told, so that I can release these limiting thoughts, the story, so I can come into my power and reveal my radiance and accept what is. Because the thing is, so often when we get in victimhood, it paralyzes us. And trust me, I've been there. In my 20s, I spent years in a deep depression. I was in victimhood. I was what you call negative Nancy. I didn't want to hear anybody's opinion. I wasn't going to receive or allow anyone in, because I wanted to wallow in it. And that's fine if that's where you are, because you will gain so much wisdom, because your soul knows what it needs to help it grow. And sometimes it may take years, either being really sick, being in an abusive situation or relationship, staying in a job that you have a horrible boss or coworkers, living somewhere you don't want to live, you hate, and it doesn't allow you to grow. I mean, you could just keep going on and on. See the beautiful intermingling blessings in all of that. Because when it goes back to this guy's quote, when you can have gratitude for your state of victimhood and your traumas and your stories, and you can accept what is and allow it to be. Because the thing is, that's the past. Bye. It is interwoven to who you are now, but it doesn't mean you have to be this. You can be this new, because that in between is where you start to reveal your radiance. And if you've ever heard the story of some of the most powerful, well-known healers, mystics, light beings, deities, gurus out there, they have lived an eventful, colorful life. Meaning they have gone through a lot of traumas, tragedy, strife, and that's what helped make them stronger and come into your being. Because the thing is, normally when we create these things in our lives, it's because we're resisting. We are resisting revealing our radiance. And most of the time people don't realize that the longer you resist, the more challenges you're going to create. And if and when time I share, you will see where I was resisting a good portion of my life, because I was scared to show up. And the longer you resist, the harder it's going to be on you. Either you're going to end up with a list of illnesses, end up with cancer and other things, because those are the things that stop you in your tracks and literally paralyze you. And in that time of being paralyzed in your fear, You have two choices: to wallow in it, or to be like, wow, what is this marrying to me? What am I resisting? What do I need to let go of? And how can I heal so I can move forward? Two choices: resist or mirror and fly. So that's the message that I have for you guys. I know it was really long today. There's so much coming through. And it's very important you guys continue to love yourselves. Take good care of yourselves. It's all about self-care and honoring oneself. Do what's right for you. Like, you know, when they say on the plane, with the oxygen masks, you know, drop, put it on yourself first before putting it on the other. Because you can't take care of anyone else if you can't take care of yourself and you're weak. So that's their message to you guys. Take care of you. Honor you first. And when you're ready, you can go help others and honor others and share your light. So, reveal your radiance, my beauties. Much love to you guys. And like I say, anyone who watches the replay of this, if you say yes in the comments, I will do a 1-card free reading for you. So I thank you guys so much for showing up and watching today's video. And I wish you much love and blessings. Take care until next time. Bye-bye.